All right, let's
We're
get
live
started.
from New York City. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, let's get started with part two, right?
So part two, preparation.
Okay. Part two. Do you guys just want to take turns reading the questions and then reading what we put as the answer and discussing it?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. I'll start. So part two, 6A. So we're determining the correct sampling method for each scenario. As a medical student researches the prevalence of aspirin usage by questioning all of the patients who enter her clinic for treatment. I put convenient sampling because she's taking data from the closest, easiest to access subjects, those that are coming into her clinic for treatment.
Yeah. This one I actually completely forgot about convenience sampling, so I was like, what the heck is it? So I went to look and it said that and I was like, okay, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I was like, there's none of the other the main four that it had.
Yeah,
so that one was easy.
Because a lot of it was just like focusing on the the simple stratified systemic and clusters. You kind of forget about the convenience of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I guess I could read number two, or B, I guess. So the Colorado Department of Health obtains an alphabetical list of 2 million adult Colorado residents and constructs a pool of survey subjects by selecting every 1,000th name on the list after randomly choosing one person from the first 1,000 on the list. So that's systematic sampling. That's pretty obvious because the whole to the T8, the Kth or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever it's saying. Yeah, I don't know how you're supposed to say that, but the Kth. So I mean, it's pretty obvious. Just seeing that alone, you kind of already know that it's systematic. So yeah.
Yep. Sounds good to me.
All right, and then in the next one, it's in a Gallup poll of 1,059 adults. The interview subjects were selected by using a computer to randomly generate telephone phone numbers that were then called. That one was really easy because it had the computer that randomly did it, so it's a simple random sampling.
Yep, really easy. That sounds good. D, a dietitian has partitioned people into age categories of under 18, 18 to 49, 50 to 69, and over 69. She's surveying a random sample of 200 members from each category. So I put stratified sampling because the dietitian's making these categories as she seems fit, under whatever circumstances she deems she wants to use. And then she's doing simple random sample of each of those groups, which is the definition of stratified sampling. Does that sound right to you guys?
Yeah.
Because she put them into groups and pairs and stuff, and so plucked them out.
Okay.
Awesome. A Johns Hopkins University researcher surveys all cardiac patients in each of 30 randomly selected hospitals, and that one was cluster sampling just because they had the multiple groups and they just took the whole group and I don't know. They just the group of the cardiac patients. So if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
And then we're on to 7, part A. They take a simple random sample of doctors and then sample all of the patients that the doctors work with. So this one's again that cluster sampling because it's the doctor and then he takes a group out of that, so it's the cluster of those people.
Mm-hmm.
So
awesome. Okay, part B, they put all of the residents' names in a computer and use a random number generator to get a sample of 100 patients. Random sampling, just like we said earlier, they're randomly taking subjects out of the whole sample.
Yeah.
Okay.
So C. C. They divide the residents up by gender and then do a simple random sample of residents within each gender, like you were saying. When it's a simple random sample, that's kind of the definition of stratified. So it's a stratified sampling.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
D says they randomly pick key intersections in the city and then picking every 5th person that walks by after randomly picking one of the first 5 people to be in the sample. So that's that same like one with the K. So it's a systematic sampling.
The
So, like,
Yeah.
instead of starting with the first, you start with the 5th, and it completely changes it basically.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So it's systematic. Did I say that? Or no.
Yeah, you said systematic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, systematic.
All right. 8. Determine for each scenario whether it is an observational study or an experimental design. If it is an experimental design, determine the response, treatment, and subjects. So A, the Center for Disease Control obtains current flu data by randomly polling 300 men and 300 women. This is an observational study because they're not controlling the conditions of the situation. They're just observing what is happening.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So B, you plan to conduct an experiment to test the effectiveness of Sleep Ease, a new drug that is supposed to reduce insomnia. So you randomly divide 1,000 patients into 2 groups where half get Sleep Ease and they get a placebo. You record the gender of each subject. You will then observe how many hours of sleep they get in a week. So this is experimental, and the response would be the hours of sleep they get in a week. The treatment would be either Sleep Ease or the placebo, and subjects are to have insomnia.
Great. Okay, the last question is in September 2004, Nucrest Pharmaceuticals Incorporation announced the result of its first human trial of NPI 32101, a topical form of its skin ointment. A total of 224 patients diagnosed with skin irritations were randomly divided into 3 groups as part of a double-blind placebo-controlled study to test the effectiveness of the new topical cream. The first group received a 0.5% cream, the second group received a 1% cream, and the 3% group received a placebo. Groups were treated twice daily for a 6-week period, and the degree of skin irritation was recorded at that time. So the first one, part A, is this a designed experiment or an observational study? And it's a designed experiment because they're actually doing things on people, not observing.
Yeah, they're
Right.
controlling it.
Right. B, what are the subjects? Straightforward, it's the 224 patients that they have.
And then C, what is the response variable in the experiment? That's the amount of skin irritation that each patient is receiving.
Yep.
Yeah. And then the last one is the treatments are the 0.5% cream, the 1%, and the placebo. Awesome.
Cool.
All right.
That's pretty straightforward. I hope all the homework's like that. Or not the homework, the preparation.
The preparations, yeah.
This one's,
Cool.
I mean, at the beginning, it's not, maybe it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Later on, it'll be harder.
Have you guys looked at the lesson 3 preparation yet or not yet?
Not yet.
I have
I'm going to
not,
look at it
Okay.
tonight or tomorrow. Actually,
So
probably
when you
I'll
guys
do it
look at it,
because Monday and Wednesday I don't have class really, so.
Well, when you guys look at it, on the part 2, you have to do this whole like, anyway, you have to do this whole like Excel sort of stuff, and I just, for the life of me, I can't find like what. Oh, maybe. Oh wait, no, maybe I think I just found it. Never mind. Disregard that.
All right.
All right, the quiz.
I think we can stop the broadcast here.
Okay.
You want to stop the broadcast instead of doing? Why don't you want to do them at the same time? Because it's a group quiz, so if they like watch it too.
Right. Do we have to record ourselves doing the quiz?
I don't know. I would have assumed.
It says step 1, meet with your group using Google Hangouts to discuss any questions you have on part 2 of the individual preparation assignment. Step 2, record your group meeting. Step 3, after your group has clarified their understanding on part 2, go to the next page to access.
I just figured this is part of the group meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, might as well just record it. Why not, right?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. Okay.
All
right, let's go to the group quiz. We're learning. We're all learning.
It's a learning experience.
I actually took this class a year ago on campus. But I didn't do like the second half, so the first half I feel like pretty confident on. So when the second half of the class comes, let's see. But
Gotcha.
But it was on campus too.
So
I've heard it's
question,
quite different.
is it? My brother-in-law said it's pretty easy on campus. I don't know.
I just don't want to go on campus 4 out of 5 days a week when I only have class 2 days on campus. So
Yeah, don't blame you.
yeah.
Okay,
Anyway.
do you guys have the quiz pulled up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so question 1, did you complete it before the group? True.
Yeah. I think we all actively participated.
Yeah,
For question 2.
yeah. So that's
Okay.
easy.
While you're required to work together on this quiz, each member of the group must submit his or her own answers in order to receive credit. Okay. We just take turns reading questions again then?
Yeah, let's do it.
You
And then talk about
want to start it off?
Yeah, let's see. Question 3. Researchers would like to determine if reviewing material consistently within an hour after class helps students perform better on exams than if students wait to review material the day before the exam. To answer this question, the researchers are trying to determine if an observational study or an experiment would be more appropriate, who the population would be, and how they will determine which sampling method will best represent the population. Which of the 5 steps of the statistical process are the researchers currently applying? Okay. With that, I'm going to say design the study.
Design, yeah. They haven't done anything yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, that's straightforward.
That's pretty, yeah.
Awesome.
All right, so a researcher has collected the results of a survey where the participants were asked how many hours of TV they watched each day. The researcher tallies the frequencies of each category and computes mean number of hours watched. She then creates a histogram to help illustrate the overall distribution. Which of the 5 steps of the statistical process did the researcher apply? So,
I think it's describe the data.
yeah.
Illustrate. Yeah, because she's making like a graph to show what she found.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Okay.
All right.
Data.
5. Mumbai, India is a quickly growing city of importance in its own country as well as the global economy. A marketing research firm has been asked by a prominent fast food restaurant to help determine if the citizens of Mumbai would support this fast food business. From a list of all registered taxpayers, 3,000 names are randomly selected. Each individual on the list is mailed a brief questionnaire. The researchers receive 1,049 responses. Population is the citizens of Mumbai.
Citizens.
Yeah. That's what I got. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the 1,049 people who respond because that's the actual data that they receive.
Yeah, but that's the data. I would say the population is like the whole group.
Yeah, it's everyone that's there. It's the whole population, but the samples received were the 1,049 are the responses.
So the population and the subjects are different?
Yeah.
Because
the population's all Mumbai, and then the subjects are.
They sent out 3,000 to begin with, and they only got back 1,049.
Okay.
So I think it's the whole population, all the citizens
the citizens of Mumbai. Okay, that makes
what
sense.
they're kind of going for, maybe.
I'm pretty positive. We also have 2 tries on this, and what I did when I took this was like one person would have submitted, and if we got any wrong, they could tell the other people, and then like that person could submit it. So actually, like since there's 3 of us, we actually have like 6 tries. So that makes sense.
Gotcha.
Super helpful.
No, I agree with what you guys are saying. That makes sense about the population. Okay, is it my turn for the next question?
Well, it's the same question. Just read the ending.
Yeah, the researchers received.
Oh, it's the same. The researchers received. The sample is the sample's the 1,049.
The 1,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Easy peasy.
Oops.
All right. If you want to do the next one too, we actually have to read that one.
Studies have shown that retention of classroom materials can drop as low as 58% within 15 minutes of class and within 44% after the first hour after class. This forgetting curve continues so that within 6 days, only 25% is remembered. How can a student conquer this forgetting curve? The researchers in this study claim that constant review is important. Suppose your teacher wanted to test this and invited you to participate in a study where you were asked to review specific material 15 minutes after class for 10 minutes. An hour after class for 10 minutes, and then again 2 days after class for 10 minutes. Your teacher then gives you a short 10-question quiz where your score out of 10 is recorded. What type of data is your teacher collecting?
Isn't it quantitative? Because it's just the amount.
Yes. She's collecting...
The amount, like the number of scores you're getting each time. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, quantitative. Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. Studies have shown that retention of classroom materials can drop as low as 58% within 15 minutes of class and within 44% after the first.
Question.
I think you're... Is it? No. Oh, yeah.
I think
like
just the
different
last
apart.
2 sentences are different.
After
That's
this,
categorical.
so after the 6th day, the teacher asks you if you feel confident you have retained at least 50% of the material, then he records your response as yes, no, not sure.
Okay, that's categorical. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of the
Same question. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. The next one is the same. And it's just asking your teacher also selects a group to give no review. Oh, interesting, to the material over the 6 days. This group is called the
Control.
Control, because he's actually controlling it.
Information back.
What's that?
They don't give information back, so they're not even like telling her.
No, they're not doing anything. They're not receiving.
Yeah. So are they just
treatment.
a population group then?
It could be the population. Yeah.
Control,
I think it's population because they're not getting anything.
Yeah,
Whereas
it's not
control,
treatment.
he'd be giving something.
I would say control.
Control. It's
actually,
it's between control and population. It's kind of a toss-up.
I don't think the reading talks. It's about population. Sorry, go ahead.
No, well, I mean, usually a control group is the group that nothing happens to them, right? And you just see how they react, and then you're like treatment group. Say one group you're trying, like in this case, he's trying to get them to learn more, but then the control would be a group that didn't have the like memorization thing. I mean, I guess I can't explain it. So that's why I wonder if it's the population group, because they're part of a group that is in her class. I don't know about remembering. Study claim that.
From what I've seen in the reading, it doesn't talk about population groups. The main groups it talks about is treatment groups and control groups.
So the whole point is to see if review is helping or not, right?
Right.
And so if you're not giving a group any review,
That's why I feel like they're part of the population. I know it's weird, but I feel like the control shouldn't even get a review.
It doesn't say they're getting a review, are they? Your teacher also.
Yeah, the last one says your teacher also selects a group and gives no review to the material over 6 days. This group is called the.
Okay, we'll put control group. My bad.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we get it wrong or not.
Yeah.
That was confusing.
Okay, question 10. Are you guys ready for 10?
Yeah.
Okay, which of the following would be considered an experimental design? Okay, telephone pole.
Let's go.
Administering senses. I'm going to say administering the tuberculosis vaccination.
Yeah, because you're actually giving it, yeah.
Yeah. All the other ones, the 3, they're just asking people questions. And
surveys and census and questions. Yeah, that's the link. Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a study determined the average wage of working people in Mumbai. Which of the following would be the best sample? Every 10th worker that you meet has traveled, the streets moving by, all the workers, no one work condition moving by, randomly.
I would say many randomly selected workers in each of the several. That's kind of what the reading said was the simple random is the best.
Select it, yeah, it's the best one.
All right.
You want to become the next Jonas Salk and produce a vaccine that will help cure children of respiratory syncytial virus. You test the vaccine and compare it to a placebo and randomly choose one group of children to take the vaccine and one group to take the placebo. What or who are the experimental units of subjects? Children.
Yeah.
The Niños.
Okay, question 13. Same thing.
Question.
You test the vaccine and compare it to a placebo. Randomly choose one group of children to take the vaccine, one group to take the placebo. What are the treatments?
Vaccine and placebo.
Vaccine, placebo.
Easy. Straightforward.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So in 1992, the U.S. government supported a study that was run for 15 years where 4,608 low-income families were given a chance to move to less impoverished areas. They distributed vouchers and provided various support systems. The researchers wanted to determine if getting people out of poor neighborhoods would reduce the poverty level of U.S. citizens. The low-income families were randomly assigned to one of the following three groups. 1, the MTO low poverty voucher LPV group, which received Section 8 certificates or vouchers usable only in low poverty areas with less than 10% of the population below the poverty line in 1990, along with counseling and assistance in finding a private unit to lease. 2, the traditional voucher group, which received regular Section 8 certificates or vouchers, graphically unrestricted, ordinary briefings, and assistance from the PHAs, local public housing authorities. And 3, the control group, which received no certificates or vouchers but remained eligible for public or project-based housing and other social programs to which families would otherwise have been entitled. This study was an
experiment.
That's what I put.
What'd you say?
Experimental.
That's what I was thinking too, because
they have a control.
They have control over all three groups. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Last question.
What the heck?
Do you want to read it?
Step 1 is 3, yeah. Design the study.
Yes.
So the fourth one I put 3. And then the next one is collect data. So anyways, you fill it out and we'll talk.
Step 1, step 2, step 3. Step 4. Action. Okay, do you guys get it?
Yeah,
1 second.
Okay, yeah. I got 5, 2, 1, 3, 4.
4, 2.
What?
Yeah, yours like cut out super bad.
What'd you get?
I put step 1 is 3, step 2 is 1, step 4 is 5, step 3 is 4, step 5 is 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'll submit it. Good. Okay, we literally got 100%. So, guys,
oh, cool.
Awesome.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Okay. So that's it for today.
Yep.
Sweet.
Let's do Saturday.
The homework's pretty easy. It's not bad at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it before a group meeting.
Awesome.
Okay.
So you guys want to?
It's honestly like the same thing that we just did for the preparation, but a lot shorter.
Oh, that's good.
And the quiz is just like this quiz that we just took. It's except for a lot easier. So yeah, it's not bad.
Awesome.
Awesome.
So do you guys?
You guys on Wednesday?
Wednesday, do you want to do same time, 3:00 or what?
Let me text everybody.
Yeah, if you want to shoot
and
text
see if
out.
that's okay.
Right on. I'm good with it.
Yeah.
Sounds
All
good.
right.
Okay. All right. See you guys
See ya.
later.